Much because I don't watch the Twitch stream or I don't like to listen to it because it's delayed by like 4 or 5 seconds.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard to do it.
It's not that much delayed, but then again, I'm the source and I'm watching it over here, and it's so it's
there's a,
I don't
I
like
get a
to
bit
have,
of delay.
I don't like to be constantly looking to my left instead of looking at the camera.
it's exhausting.
Do this. Huh?
We could get you more
Real hard
cameras.
and also difficult.
Oh, that's so good. Thank you
Well,
for telling
according
me.
to Amazon, you
Yeah,
should
I love
always
that.
turn left.
Isn't that a
But
UPS thing too?
Your eyes always look left initially. That's why they put a lot of like the most important stuff on.
Or actually, I got
Things.
that backward. You should always turn right in the United States.
But your eyes always look left, like when you're looking at screens or looking at, because we're at least Americans, because the way we read, left or right.
But it sounds like they just want all Americans to drive directly into oncoming traffic.
I mean, you're not wrong. Oh,
It's what the Irish do.
I am going to try something.
I'll allow
So,
it.
as far as I can tell, my computer with my new bits can handle 60 frames per second. The stream. So we are now streaming in double the number of frames per second that we have been as of about 2 weeks ago, and we didn't have any dropped frames or anything like that weird last week, other than the weirdness we had last week. But that was all audio. That wasn't video, so it was fine. But yeah, I'm gonna try recording the stream, and then we might not have to do all the downloading and converting things from YouTube.
Recordings in the stream. That is what we are. Da 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 words. I don't know the next.
And that's going to be the first thing on the recording. Is Matt skadoodling over there,
That's singing.
and,
Thank you very
and
much.
Mike going through an earthquake with no
Oh.
talking. We can't hear you at all.
You know what? The only downside is I can't keep up with the time of the Twitch stream. All right, I'll be back
What
on
about
the
now?
twitching.
Yes.
Yes.
That's how you
There you
time.
go.
That's how you time our game.
Yeah, that's all.
2 hours.
You just look at the clock.
Yeah, there's this weird thing.
Doesn't-
Like,
I've tried that, and I have to look at the time.
you could set an alarm.
This is how I do it.
You could have Cowart
I
just
look
say
at the
something at like 11.
At 11, I'll
Just
just
get
go
like-
bing bong.
There you go.
Bing bong, bing bong.
Take ding dork. Oh, let me turn my phone off.
Beep beep rocks fall.
Baby rocks fall. I don't know that I've ever had to actually do that in a game. Just boom, rocks falls on you. Go away.
Heath, tell the story of Sabbath, who never took damage in the entire 7 levels. You're chewing. It's a short story. He had a character 7th level,
So I don't know that he never took damage. I don't know
but
that he
you
never.
made the
I don't know
claim.
that he never took damage. I guess maybe he didn't. Anyway, so he's a thief, and none of the PCs knew he was a thief. He was a fighter, according to the PCs,
Mm-hmm.
and stole everything, ran from everything, hid from everything. So he very rarely saw combat.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, it's about 7 levels, no damage.
That's
He's a
impressive.
pacifist jerk.
Hmm?
He's a pacifist, but a jerk.
Oh, it was a great character, terrible PC.
I don't know. Wait, I don't understand
I have bad news. I just hit 10,000 drachma in the Twitch.
All
I
right.
have so much power now.
that.
I didn't realize it built so quickly. I may have to make some adjustments, but Again,
I mean,
they're subject
I've
to
been
be.
here.
Huh?
Been here every week.
A year and a half.
I know, but I don't know if it backdates it. Maybe it does, because I just
It does.
started this about maybe 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago.
No, it does. I started with quite a lot.
Yeah, I've got
Well,
10.7 thousand.
don't be jealous. I have infinite drachma. I literally, there's a lazy 8 beside it. So I can do. I'm not gonna do anything. Too much. Too much.
All
You
the
can
things.
like name characters and stuff.
I can.
Like I could do whatever I want. But I
Oh
won't.
wait.
I could decide. Well, I don't want to decide which NPC goes along with you.
So I made this decision. I don't think I actually vocalized this decision, but if I happen to die, I'm going to let the people in the chat decide what class I'm going to play.
Ooh.
All right.
Matt.
Do you have a backup?
Well, no, that defeats the purpose.
Well, you could have personality. They could choose the class and stuff, but I don't know. I
No.
come up with character concepts without class or race a lot. More of like personality and voices whenever I'm driving a long ways.
Sure.
I'll just do stuff like that.
Are you sure?
I hope I can
mean,
speak this clearly.
I do like that. I do stuff like that too, except that if I have a concept, then I kind of pick the class to fit it.
Yeah.
And this is like step 3 before step 1. So,
So
we'll
what
just
I'm
see.
is that you're tired of Khaldun and ready for a new character.
Oh no. Because we were deciding like what kind of control are we going to give the people watching, and I'm like, you know what? If it just so happens, that would be kind of cool
That would be 100,000 drachma.
Can we pull them?
to kill the character and make them start over.
No, to just decide. I don't know. It seems like a lot. 50,000 billion.
That's like 10 years.
I mean, yeah.
And Coward's on his way.
Yeah, I'm sure Cowart's above. Oh, he says he's got 7.2.
So maybe 25,000. That seems like it's like a good 6. I feel like Coward, you should have a lot more than that if it's backdating, because you've been here longer than Mike.
Hey,
And you have 10,000, right?
I resemble that comment.
Maybe they just they pile up on the way over to Australia. It's got more. No, it's Australian
got more,
drachma.
Got
That's,
more on the way.
yeah, this is a conversion.
Oh,
It's the exchange rate.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
exchange rate. That's it. Yeah,
It is. Drachma exchange rate to the Australian dollar.
yeah. The Texas drachma are worth more
Postage
individually
to move it.
Extra
Yeah.
drachma.
because they're bigger in Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas, right? And that's the thing. I don't know. Is that a
What
thing?
is another thing is finding my stuff. There it is. Okay.
It's over there.
I don't know. I don't pay attention to Texas. That seems
So
like the
that
best way to
cave-
deal with them.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Wisdomus. Coward, you're not from Texas, are you?
I think so. That's why I was saying it was Texas.
I think you,
Yeah.
Yeah. Eventually, we're going to work it down to street and
This is never about
neighborhood.
D&D.
Yeah,
this is the longest con.
it's this stream is an entire elaborate con to get Cowart's personal information.
And what was your
Just
first
been-
dog's name?
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. Shoe size and greatest fear. Go.
Yeah.
I got all kinds of drachma. Oh, I don't know if we. I've already lost it. Never mind. Forget it.
What were you looking for
Already
that you
forgot.
already lost?
Well, I don't want to bring it up since I lost it.
Okay.
Oh no! It's
No,
the treasure chest.
It was the final episode. I mean, I haven't lost it. It's just not right here, readily within my reach. In this, here it is. This I don't know if I thanked you live after the fact, but this coin was given to us by Jamie for our last final
Aw.
episode of Rocks and Rune Lords. At least the final fight. Anything that comes out after that's more like a wrap up, tie up kind of thing. But these are super cool. And it has a
just want Safi to go mental and just attack the other characters, just to give Wes something to do. Just like throw a complete spanner into the works. Like, what are we in the appendix?
I mean, Safi doesn't have any way to attack. Cast like
True.
one spell, and then hopefully you're not from a different plane. If you are, well, the fight's over. If you're not, then it didn't work anyway. So I lose.
I wonder what plane Hadassah is technically from at this point.
I have a plan for Hadassah.
Yeah.
So that's a different podcast. Let's talk about this podcast, webcast, show, game.
Yeah.
So last time, last 4 times, really. It was like 4 episodes. I know the first episode of those 4, you were fighting the Umber Hulk, but it's been 3 solid episodes of just role play and like exposition and getting crap done. And we had some vignettes right before that. So, I mean, you guys should be fighting stuff more and roll initiative.
What?
No, I'm joking.
Wait, what? I was like, I think we're at the Drunken Morkov. What's going on? Nalini's like, I'm gonna kill you.
Take a turn.
Your shit. You don't tip well.
Well, we pay 20%. We tip 20% of what we pay, which is what, nothing. Everything's paid for by Volantru.
So you guys were, however, on your way out of town, right? That's where we left off. We'd pick up that way this episode. Did anybody not get everything done they needed to? Is there anything last minute things? And which 3 NPCs are you taking?
Oh dang! Wasn't that one of the drachma things?
That's 10,000. Nobody's got that.
Oh, it's 10,000. Oh, okay.
I do.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think 2 people do.
They use it if you like.
What are options? So we've got the original 4-wheel underground with whose names I've already forgotten. Hang on. Thistlejar, Sakura, Kalev, some student from the Blue Critter Academy,
Uh,
and I think we had the option of taking one of the priests,
Priest
One of the-
as well
one-
as
one of the initiates.
yeah,
Everything
something,
else.
I don't know. Either something really heavy was dropped or somebody's coming through my floor. Also, you have Keegan.
Mhm.
Keegan Gale can go with you. Now, granted, keep in mind, regardless of what they've been like in the past, their stats are all kind of equalized. They're all 4th level henchmen. You know, Keegan is the caster type. You got a couple of rogue types, and you got a couple of fighter types. So keep that in mind. And when you decide, who you pick to go with you, we're going to use that.
Do we have a ranger?
No, it's just the basic fighter type.
Can we go find a ranger?
Sure, but it'll be a basic fighter type.
Dang it.
well,
It's
I
more of
like
an
having
urban
the
ranger.
archers, personally.
Yeah, I do too.
Archers were handy. I'd say,
Uh,
2 archers and a priest?
So keep in mind,
Sounds like the beginning of a terrible joke.
Yeah.
2 archers
Do
and a
a
priest
bar.
walk to Balmahampton. Hamilton.
2 archers and a priest walk into the Drunken Morkov.
All right, so let me.
One of them says, "You didn't see it either, huh?"
Do any of them have dark vision?
Nope.
Oh, good point. That's,
Keegan's a gnome. All the rest of them are human.
Because we're getting ready to go flopping around in the Underdark for a long.
I'm tossing
long
up
time.
between taking my boy Sakura or taking Kalev just because she's new.
She is the fighter type, just FYI.
Yeah.
No. Yes.
Now,
yes.
she's a tiefling, right?
She is a tiefling. I don't think they have dark vision though. Do they? I don't think so.
Someone check the books.
Do the books.
Check tomes of knowledge. Guess we could have done all. I guess I could have done all this before we started recording.
imagine.
Let's see.
They have hellish resistance,
Process.
dark vision,
Oh, they do. Okay.
dim light within 60 feet, as
Doesn't
if
make
you were in bright light.
sense. They're from hell, right? It's all really well lit with fire down there.
It's well
It's
lit.
Hot and dark.
Yeah. Hot with fire. Fire is heat and light. You don't need dark vision if you have some light. That's my DM logic.
I really wanted to add to "It's hot and dark," just like my weekend. Or something like that.
But you decided not to.
Yeah, I thought better of it. And yet here we are.
And
I'm gonna
Uh,
bring Kalev just because it's somebody different. Let's explore a different character. We already know
Yeah.
Sakura's good with nuts. and can fire a bow.
Yeah, Caleb's in.
Which I'm sorry, I'm not haven't been taking good notes, and there's so many things going on here. Which one's Caleb?
She is
Caleb
the
is-
tiefling polearm
Yeah,
Fighter
we
that you
had-
met down
fighter. Yeah.
that you met
We
in.
I hired them to go and find Kelv, and Jorlander, and then I hired them again to try and find Patch, and Jorlander died, and so I offered Kelv a job.
That's right. That's right. And where did we meet them?
Drakthar's Way.
Right
they were
way, they were behind a door, a barred door.
Oh, those two.
Yeah.
Okay.
well,
okay.
one.
Okay, that
Yes.
one.
Yeah, she was grumpy.
Yes,
Probably still is
Yep.
grumpy.
Perfect.
Fair, probably. But she's, she's been with you guys for about a week or so,
Mhm.
and she's always grumpy, but she's also very matter of fact.
Mhm.
Won't try to make it. Well, you get to talk to her a little bit more, but she just doesn't take crap, nor does she talk crap. Like, she just is very, very much says what's on her mind, and just
It
calls
feels
people
less
out.
like she wouldn't pass a deception check, more that she wouldn't make one.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
very good point.
That's a good point. That reminds me of that tickles a nerve of a memory, but I don't. Sorry, I shouldn't even have mentioned it. So, Caleb and Sakura, and who's the third one?
Are we going to
Priest.
take Sakura?
One of the archers, right?
Well, and archers
We-
that can't
we
see in the dark is not going to be very useful.
Right. Speaking of not being able to see in the dark, did we hit level 8?
Negative.
No.
Negative level
Um,
8. Dang.
So, I mean, I guess I could cast light, but again, might as well. We'll be hanging the lantern on ourselves in the bowels of the Underdark.
Bamahutum.
Either we're going to have to, or we can buy some potions of dark vision.
How long do
I
they
think
last?
I can cast dark vision. Alma, can you cast dark vision?
That's a good question.
I'm checking to see if I can cast dark vision. If I can't, I might go buy it.
8 hours.
By the spell.
Say Druid, Ranger,
Mhm.
Sorcerer, Wizard, Artificer.
I can cast it. Let's see. Touch a living creature. It's a second level spell.
Is it one creature only?
It's one creature, 8 hours, no concentration.
Nice.
So I can cast it multiple times, but
Yeah.
it'll burn up my second level slots.
Yeah.
So
I do,
I would like
I
to
do
go
love that the material
purchase
components
the
are
spell.
either
The material components are
Pinch.
what?
a pinch of dried carrot or an agate.
Hmm.
So either a
Which was
precious
easier
stone
to-
or a small amount of sun-dried carrot.
Uh-huh.
Whichever one's easier, I guess.
Whichever you got your hands on.
Agates aren't that precious, are they? I think they're pretty common, right?
I know, but carrots are way more common than even common precious stones.
Yeah,
I
know.
think.
Let me tell you, the
think.
price of agates at my local supermarket is through the roof this season.
And I,
A whole lot of dark vision going on.
I mean, get a 24 karat ring, right? Those are expensive.
Dried carrot. Ah, I get it. So it's a diamond.
I don't get it.
Get out.
Just saying.
Oh no.
So let's see. I think dark vision, if it's available, would be like 100 gold.
Let's. Well, yeah, 50. It's yeah.
It's
Is
50
it not
gold per spell level.
Is it transmutation? It's not divination.
It's transportation. Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, we should
Basically
take
cost-
that out of party funds, as you can see in the dark anyway, right?
Yes. Yeah, I can. So this is like, yeah, I'm buff mode here, which is cool. So yeah,
how
dark
many people?
vision. Dark vision's always good. I would like to pick up some more incense because in case Pazel gets dispatched with, and I'd also like to pick
Desecration.
up a couple of glass vials,
Empty glass files.
empty glass vials.
Okay. So just take off the money for the incense. Just note how many like packs you have. How many times can you summon Puzzle.
Okay.
And then glass vials, whatever, they're free.
Oh, cool.
It's
All
a
right.
it's a familiar steak.
All right. Very good. All right. I'm adding it to my component pouch.
The
You just
the- the-
shake it and then crack it open, and Pyzel just spurts out the top like a flare.
like a Roman candle.
Yeah.
I forgot to ask you about this, Matt. Was the potions that I wanted to buy that I don't know that are that common?
What was it? Potion of giant
Enlarge?
strength.
Yeah.
I think was one of them, right?
A potion of bigness. I'm trying to find where the potion of bigness is. Yeah, potion of growth is an uncommon, and potion of hill giant strength is also uncommon. Are those
Hill Giant-
available? Yeah, hill giant
Yeah.
strength and growth.
So uncommon is 500.
Is it?
Oh,
They're really expensive. They're
yeah,
crazy expensive.
yeah. Uncommon is a 500 gold piece item, even if it's a one-time use. And only Weir has those. Like if you went to Genya or if you went to Sky, you could get it for a little discount, but you have no real history with Weir.
Mhm.
He has literally every potion you can imagine available in multitudes, but you're paying for him because he has every potion available. So they are available. A Hill Giant potion, which gives you a strength of 21 for an hour, is 500 gold, and a potion of what enlarge
Growth.
growth.
Big one.
That's uncommon as well.
Yeah, but it's only
Um,
it's only 1 minute. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh no! It says enlarge for 1d4 hours. That's probably not a good idea if we're going underground. So, never mind.
You're already big. That would make you big plus.
Big.
There's on
And
smash.
it's also concentration.
Oh, what? No concentration required.
No, the potion doesn't require concentration.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It actually says it
Okay.
in the description. Control uncommon. Yeah, that's still 500 potions. Even though they're one-time things, they're still very expensive.
Okay. Never mind. Never mind.
So you don't want either one.
Yeah, I'm trying to save up money for a nice
House?
belt.
Oh, okay.
Nice belt.
All right. So you're done with the potions. You're gonna spend a day, Khazad-dûm, doing your spells stuff. And what's your third follower? I've got Kelev and Sakura down. Or did you guys decide on Sakura? I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I can.
Sakura will require dark vision. That's the only thing.
Yeah, I can. I've got two. I got 3 second-level slots, but I'd hate to blow them all on dark vision.
Yeah.
Yeah, Farazan doesn't have dark vision.
Well, I could cast that as well, says
Gelf.
Elf.
No. Well, that would be handy. Let's bring Gelf.
He's a 4th level spellcaster. He has access to
Second-level spells.
spells. No, he doesn't. Oh no, 4th, the 5th level. Sorry. I can give me. You guys need to level up some more, and I'll be able to.
Let's go fight a dragon or something.
I mean, there's one in the region.
I know I shouldn't have made that joke. I'm sorry.
Why don't we just take Kelev
Kelev? Just
Yeah.
Kelev?
instead of all three?
All right.
Seriously,
Well,
I
I
mean,
mean,
we don't want to be stumbling around with light.
Yeah, but Gelf can see in the dark and is still a level 4 spellcaster. So in theory,
that's right.
even
He
if he
can see in the
stands at the back and casts spells anyway,
He's not, well, I mean, he's a level 4 henchman spellcaster. There's a significant difference, but yes, he does have
Yes.
cantrips and spells, and, well, you said dragon, so I don't think I want to go.
well, we're hoping not to entangle with the dragon.
So Kelev and Deacon.
Plus, if we have Kalev and Keegan, then we just need a third K character, and we've got the complete
Nope.
set.
Nope.
No, no, no,
Nope.
no, no.
Nope.
Can't do that in this country. They made rules against it. They said it ain't cool.
Oh no. There's some guys from Twitch here. They want to talk to me. Hang on.
Wow, they are really, really have a good response time.
Really quick.
Apparently, some guy called Algorithm was really upset.
Hey, he's got good rhythm though.
It's a dancing Al Gore.
No.
Anybody else? Any other henchmen or just those two?
Those two should be fine.
Yeah.
All right, who's taking who?
Hmm?
Who's controlling them?
Oh.
I can take Kalev.
Okay.
I hired her. I'd be the most sad if she dies.
Yeah. I'll take Keegan.
All right. So Kelev is a 4th level warrior, +2 proficiency bonus. Improved critical, so a 19 or 20 is a crit.
I want that.
Right at level 3, that's what they
He's a
get.
champion.
Second wind once per, I guess, short rest, just like the fighter. Yep, short or long rest. And then you can stat her and equip her out however you like basic non-magic stuff.
Oh.
Yeah.
That reminds me. Rachel, what
Yeah.
what armor are you wearing?
It's Elvin.
All right, right. You got cool armor.
Yeah,
got
I'm
good stuff.
shiny.
Okay.
Oh,
never
that
mind.
reminds me. Everyone that went out for dinner, put all of your equipment back on.
That's what I was doing. Like, why my armor class terrible?
Yeah, I do
Oh,
it
my
too.
stuff is off.
Like,
Do
why is
you-
my armor class terrible? Oh, it's because my armor is not that great.
I have a set of splint mail and chain mail that we could give to either of our fightery types. Does
And then-
Kelev need some armor?
She,
Kalev will take one of those.
yeah, I think she was already. I mean, she was. You know what? Well-
Does she have an AC of 17 and a strength of 15?
She was a contractor, right? Effectively, so she brings all her own gear.
Yeah.
That's right.
She
Otherwise, let's
had
pay taxes.
a pole arm and chainmail. She doesn't use a shield, but you can give her a shield sword. Like, you can kind of deck her out. Shields are pretty good, like armor class and stuff. So just however you like. Proficiency bonus +2, stats like normal, D10 for hit points. I'll let you enjoy that. And then
I'll figure that out before
All right.
it's important, hopefully.
I think you'll have time. And then Keegan is a 4th level caster. And they both have ability score improvements at level 4, just like everybody else. Keegan knows 3 cantrips, 3 spells, and can cast 3 first level spells. He's a wizard. He's an illusionist by description, but doesn't mean that's all he has to have.
You're a wizard, Keegan.
Did you always know that?
You're a wizard.
I just started. I've only been a wizard for like 6 months. And Starbrow, you're staying here.
Good.
Gotta keep him safe.
That's exactly why.
Yep.
Do
That's
not
good
want to go
stuff.
into another underground dwarven fortress to rescue Starbrow.
That's a direct quote from Aliens.
Yes, it is. Completely. It's like
Yep.
we're not bringing the pet. No,
Not bringing
not
the
into the
cat.
deep, dark, moist underground.
Moist. I'm out.
It's hard and moist.
It is. It's like ultra moist down there because we're going down to a temple in a
Moisture.
It's Temple of Moisture. As long as it's not
Sketchy
guarded
pond.
by a platypus, we're okay.
He was cool.
He was.
Right. Platypus.
Anything else?
Please, can we go?
I'm taking a spell.
Let's go fight.
see.
We need to fight something. Let's go fight something. Something nice and easy to kill. It's worth 1 level of XP, please. I'm really looking forward to level 8 because of the custom
Well,
thingy
let's
that you said.
live. We
Yeah.
should live.
Yeah, I think I've already mentioned it. You're going to be able to take a second archetype instead of a ability score bump or a feat. And this is kind of a test thing. I just thought it was a cool idea. I don't know where I got it, but I don't know if it turns out to be just like uber stupid powerful, then we'll take a step back and punt. But right now, I want to try it. Unfortunately, I don't give it to clerics because that's just a lot, and I don't
Feels a
give
little bit targeted.
it's
okay.
very, very, very targeted. And also, it doesn't apply to warlocks, which doesn't really matter. But
I wouldn't know how to do it anyway. It's fine.
well, the role playing aspect of it is like you have one patron or you have one god. You don't spread out the polytheists. So
Okay.
that's how it works out.
How about that attitude?
The problem is there's way too many clerical combinations that just can't. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Just for to settle it in advance, is Keegan still got my hat of disguise?
He does.
I can't wear it because I'm at 3 attuned items, but I just want to know if he has it on him.
It's quite nice. You want it back?
No, that's okay. You can wear it.
All right.
And we go.
Everybody ready? So you guys get on your horses and you head out of Cauldron. I guess this is really the second time you guys have left Cauldron on a quest or a mission or for special purposes besides going to your murder basement. So you head out the western gate and go down the mountain and almost immediately veer to the north on a small road. Doesn't show up on that map that you guys have seen. Let me switch it to that overland. That might be kind of weird on Twitch. But you know where you're going. Like, you've seen this map. Oh, you did go by. You forgot to. It just didn't come up. But you did go by and you picked up the maps that you were going to. That you had traded a map of Jadaroon to the map maker for. So you do have your map. It is a basic map of Balhamatan.
Bless you.
We'll see how that goes.
Good. Well done.
And he has a copy of. He copied your leather map of.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, I just saw Rachel fighting a fly or something.
It's not a house fly. It's a closet fly.
Leave
It's
me
only
alone.
it's a little one.
It was actually.
Head north along the foothills of the Hell Furnace Mountains for about 10 days. Nothing really happens. I mean, it's getting cold. By the time you get to the base where you think you should be taking a right up into the mountains to get to Crazy Jared's hut, it's pretty cold. And you are aware of this. You have cold weather clothing. I'm not going to make you die of exposure on your first venture out. But it is starting to get chilly. It's more like late fall at this point. And you head up toward Crazy Jared's hut. Takes another day and a half, 2 days to get there. And finally, going up this mountain pass, you come to a small valley set within these mountains. And as it opens up, you see, quite literally, a small hut ringed with little wooden fence sitting basically in the center of this valley. It's not a tree valley. It's just like just plains. There's no trees to be seen anywhere. The mountains upside are pretty. You're very high up. You're almost at the tree line anyway. So it's a valley within the Hell Furnace Mountains. It's just green grass, no rolling hills, basically flat. And you see this hut smack dab in the middle of it with a rickety fence built up all around it, sitting there. Pretty sure that you have arrived at Jared's house.
Subway.
And that is pretty crazy.
What's crazy is who builds a house out here?
Right in the middle of the road.
It goes right to it. Stops. Head on that way. Isn't it funny how you can go 10, 12 days in
Mhm.
30 seconds? It takes 2 hours to go through a minute
Mm-hmm.
in fighting. What do? You're going to head on up? I'm going to let y'all take over from here. You've just entered the valley. You walked out. It's getting towards dusk. It's evening of the second day up, going towards his place.
Does it look like anyone's living there?
I mean, you don't see anybody out, but you do see smoke coming out of the makeshift chimney.
Oh man,
I
a
mean,
warm room to sit out of the elements sounds pretty good right now.
it's crazy Jerry, not murder Jerry. So,
Jared.
Jared, sorry.
Do we see any used horses around? Used wagons?
Nope. Nope.
I-
This
I-
is good.
Any diamond mines?
I
Checking on the Jared?
I don't think
Yep.
we're at the right place. There are no used horses and wagons
Okay,
around.
let's turn around.
Maybe he sold them all.
That
Yeah, it's
would
crazy.
that would be crazy. I would note that Farazan is still in his sleeveless armor. Like he's not. There's no like fur or anything on him. He's down in the cold and he's like, this is great.
Aw.
I've been so hot for so long. He's-
Oh, is there one of those wacky, wavy, inflatable arm flailing guys at the front?
As a matter of fact,
Yes,
yes.
three.
And it's hurling rocks.
It's a sign
Good.
spinner as well.
yes, that's
All right. Who wants to go and say hello? Sounds like I'm doing it.
Go up and say
I'll go with you. We could all go together.
12 days, and we're not going to say hello.
Yeah,
All right,
that's
let's
right.
go.
I have a +0 charisma. Let's see how this works out.
Mine's
have a
worse, so
plus
you
one.
go.
Also terrestrial.
I keep forgetting that Farazan actually does have a positive modifier for charisma. It's a +1.
Plus.
Yeah, but he has a lot of presence.
He does have a lot of presence. So he's just gonna trot right on down there then.
All right, head on down, or head on over to Jared's hut, and as you approach, the way that you're coming is facing the open front door. There is light in there. You see the shadows of the fire flickering all around, and as you approach, you see a man stand up from within the hut and step out to the front door, and he's got fairly regal-looking, expensive clothing, but it's old and tattered. If that makes sense. So at one point, this was very, very, what is that? Velvet? I mean, it was like really, really good clothing. It's just it looks like it hasn't been kept up. It's years old. His hair is fairly well kept. He's got a full beard. He's an older guy, like late 40s, early 50s. But his hair is still nice, a golden blonde. And as you're walking up to the edge of his fence, he has this startled look on his face. Well, hello, welcome to Andoria. Just a moment, I wasn't expecting company. And he begins casting a spell.
This is what I think it is. This is awesome.
He begins casting a spell.
He begins casting a spell.
Identify the spell.
All right, give me a knowledge arcana.
Farazan cast detect magic.
Okay, you see that Khaldun is absolutely detecting magic. Well, actually, you don't detect it by detect magic.
Impressive.
That's not how that works.
So you see him casting the spell. It's something that you're not able to cast, and you realize it's going to probably take him a little bit to do it. But he is casting Mirage Arcana.
Ooh.
Okay. I look at Keegan. I'm like,
Oh, I've
do you
got it.
see
wrong.
that? He's casting a really powerful illusion spell. What do you think he's doing?
I don't know what is casting.
Should we stop him?
I think he's probably casting an illusion.
Oh, well, I should know that.
Not helping.
Yeah, Mirage Arcana. It's a really powerful illusion. Like, is he gonna create like maybe water slides? We can hope.
I think
You
he's-
know it takes 10 minutes.
All right,
should we-
Raphael will politely wait.
Should we
Yeah.
should we stop him? Is
I'll
this
just like stand around with our hands in our pockets, like, okay.
Check my
I-
watch that's not been invented yet.
No, I think it would be rude to stop him. I think let's I just sit down and wait.
I don't interrupt
Mhm.
crazy people when they're doing crazy stuff, so
Yeah,
I'll,
exactly.
I'll just chill.
What?
Because at the last minute he could decide to turn it into something very bad for
Right.
us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm changing your shape and size of your icons because these are 5x5 squares.
Oh.
It's not a big hut.
I was gonna say,
So-
it's a pretty big compound.
That's a
You-
huge hut.
You guys have a seat on the road in the grass, have a snack, drink some water. 10 minutes later, and as he finishes the spell, all of a sudden the entire valley turns into what you truly believe is a large castle surrounded by woods, and there's rainbows in the background, and there are people and children playing along in the courtyard of the wall within the castle, and he's
This is-
standing before in basically the entrance of his castle. Oh, well, one moment, I'm not done yet. And he begins casting a spell again.
What?
Okay, what's he casting this time?
Give me a knowledge arcana.
18.
18. So it doesn't take him very long. He finishes almost immediately, and his clothes turn regal. His what looked like was ratty and tattered earlier are now perfectly well kept. Almost ready. I'm sorry. If I'd known you were coming, I would have done this earlier. And he begins casting again.
All right, I'll just wait.
Sit here for a
I
half
just wait.
hour.
Yeah.
Raphael's like,
Farazan
gives
takes
a polite applause.
Yes, exactly. It's like this is nice.
Wow.
Keegan's like staring at it like wide-eyed. It's like he's
Uh-huh.
good. He's really good.
Farazan
forgot-
pulls the pack down off of the horse and unfolds a chair and sits down.
One of those little football like lawn chairs.
Yeah, the camping chairs, the little,
Yeah.
little like yeah. He
I
gets out some
didn't-
jerky.
I always want to
Uh,
buy one of those.
While we wait for him, can somebody tell me how to get my icon on the screen?
Yeah, if you click on the little newspapery thing in the top right,
She
I only
doesn't have.
see-
She doesn't
I
have a
only see
character.
character.
three people there.
and then you can just click on your name, not on your picture. Click on the name and just drag it onto the map.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're way too efficient. Keep explaining.
It's almost like he explains things like this for a living.
Right? Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, I know. Yeah, that voice of like, now, step one. After about a minute, the front gate, the front area of the castle shimmers behind him, and he finishes.
Oh.
Welcome, knights
We'll
and
wait
ladies.
slightly too long, just in case he's not done.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you need
We'll
another
have, like,
minute?
this-
Are we good?
With
Oh, no,
that kind
I'm
of look.
quite finished now. Again, let me apologize. I would have had this ready days ago had I known you'd have been here. What brings the fine knights and ladies to my castle, King Jared of Andoria?
I don't think I'm
Don't
equipped
be
to
shy.
handle.
Don't be shy. Please, please, come in.
Farazan looks down at the rest of the team and says, "I don't think I'm prepared to do this today."
Well, you're
All right,
magnificent.
You should.
We're here on a very long journey quest. It's
Oh,
extremely
my.
important.
Please do tell. I haven't heard a good story in ages, it seems. People don't like talking to kings. They feel frightfully intimidated. I am a beneficent, beautiful king.
Another B word.
Bountiful.
Perfectly cromulent kingdom.
Cromulence. Ah, it's a word I haven't heard in ages. And he sits down on the stoop, waiting for your story.
Khaldun looks at the rest of them and looks back at him and shrugs. It's like, well, okay. A story. A long time ago, there was this dwarf. And he went on a crusade to vanquish everything of evil.
Ah, nobleman's journey. A crusade is always something to be taken. Continue.
But before he left on his crusade, he had a falling out with his dad, the king.
Oh, fathers and sons, 'tis a story of ancient time. Continue.
So he delved into the deep, dark deepness of evil, which is the Underdark.
Ah, the
Searching.
Underdark. I know it well. Continue.
Searching for evil to destroy and dispatch with.
Vanquish the evil that is found under the earth. Must be taken not lightly. Continue. Continue.
And he was never heard of from again.
Well, that was anticlimactic, but...
Until
Oh,
Recently.
I'm sorry. Forgive me. Please do continue your story.
You purchased the
Until-
whole seed, but you
Yes.
only need the edge.
until recently. As it turns out, his father wants to make up. And he
Oh,
quested us with this mighty quest of justice to find his son and free him from the evil fish people of the down below.
So you yourselves are on quests?
Yes.
Magnificent. Magnificent. Well told, my friend. What is your name?
I am Khaldun. This is Keegan. This is Alma,
Hello.
My
Farazan,
lady.
and Tarathiel. And
And
gosh, what's her
and
name?
Kelev.
Keller.
Caleb. I see that you have the look of one from the plains. Welcome. You are welcome as all. And your little friend? And he squats down to look Keegan eye to eye.
Oh,
Ah.
he already introduced Keegan.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was completely besmitten with beauty of your cleric, wonderful Alma, my lady. So what brings you to the kingdom of Andoria?
These
Looking-
horses.
The jest? Are you the jester of the group? One must always have the jokester among you to keep things light when things are heavy.
He kind of furrows his brow and says, "Do I look like a jester?"
Jesters come in all shapes and sizes. You are quite strange looking, and you are quite funny. So, yes, I will answer that with yes.
There's on just kind of
Walks up to the biggest guy in the party and says, "You look funny, boy."
That'll be a joke.
That's not a power move at all.
no kidding.
So, Your Highnessness, we come here seeking wisdom. For we are going into the deep, dark, deep dankness, having never been there before. And we had heard that you knew something about it.
Oh, I know quite a bit about quite a bit of things. I know many, many things about the evil Underdark. What would you have? Oh, I'm sorry. You've been on the road for many, many days in your quest to find knowledge from the great King Jared of Andoria. Join me. Let us have a feast. It is dinner time, and it should be ready right about now.
Ding! He opens the microwave.
Slept over
Turns
hamburger
around,
helper.
and the shimmer that was there, he walks through, and he disappears.
Say again?
He turns around, and I told you there was a shimmering that was the last thing he cast. The front gate kind of shimmered. He turns and walks through the shimmering and disappears.
By the way, this is exactly what I hoped it was.
Again,
Amazing.
Khaldun shrugs, looks to the rest of the group, and walks to the shimmering portal of lunch.
Trattia will make the after you gesture, and if it looks like nobody gets murdered horribly, then it's all good.
And you step through the shimmering, and you knew the hut, you saw the castle, but now you see before you the castle on the inside. And it's warm, it's well lit. You see a large banquet table before you. You see plates being moved around and cups being set up, but you don't see anything holding or carrying them. There's a light jazz playing in the background. And he's walking around, and he sits down at the head of the table at the far end of the room and says, "My friends, have a seat. Let us feast."
Farazan looks at Khaldun and says, "How much of this is real and how much of it is an illusion?"
"I assure you it's all real."
Well, let's find out. So I will grab a seat somewhere, not at the head of the table, and sit down.
Everybody sits down.
Yep.
Yeah.
Caleb is just like, what is going on? This guy is absolutely insane.
I don't know. I
It's
think he's
fine.
brilliant. I mean,
This is pretty
I'm getting
cool.
kind of a kick out of this. I mean, we've been sort of slogging through mud and fighting nasty stuff for a long time. This is a nice change of pace.
Why,
Farazan,
thank you. Your bold friend has said what many others have said before. But what true king is fully sane? Who would be insane? Who would not be insane? Being under the constant threat of the demon queen, Keltos, threatening my realms from the north and the south at all times. But I digress. Enjoy your meals.
who is
It's the
Keltos?
Demon Queen.
Can I expand on that a little bit?
Keltos from the abyss. She fights constantly to take over the lands of Andoria, but I am a good and strong king. I fight her at every possible direction.
Oh,
Have a seat. Have a seat.
And I
Faraz-
imagine you probably don't have to pay a lot of taxes when you run the kingdom.
Oh no, I do have to charge taxes, but kingdoms don't run themselves. They don't work for free.
Farazan
It's good
sits
to be
down
king.
and Farazan sits down and gets a somewhat generous helping of the gray stuff.
And
delicious.
it is absolutely delicious. It's magnificent. It is
Beyond cromulent.
yes, it's crummy. I mean, it's wine and anything that if you make mention of some kind of food, of course, I'll have my servants bring it immediately. And within minutes, a plate floats out and sits in front of you, and whatever drink sits in front of you, and it's exactly what you asked for.
So
And it's
basically that
real.
scene from Hook, right? I mean,
Yeah, well, it's not going to turn to anything like colorful goop anytime soon, but
what if
yeah,
that's what I like to eat?
that's not the best part, the colorful goop.
Well, I'm eating
at least-
a stack of racks of ribs and
Comes,
Meat
it's
Ale.
nonstop.
and ham.
Trattia's
like I've got
absolutely
like
just
sauce
eating-
on my face and hands. And,
Come for the riblets, stay for the free.
just coward style tacos the entire time. Just continuous stream of tacos
So
for
many
Tarathiel.
tacos.
Coward tacos, yeah. All right, so you eat, and if anybody brings up like why you're here, he's like, no, tisk tusk, no, finish your meal, rest. We can speak in the morning. There is no rush.
I point at him with a rib. I bite the meat off and point at the rib. Curious though, where are the edges of your realm?
Uh, Step outside. All that you can see is Andoria.
That's an interesting way to put it. Okay. I put down a rip and grab another one.
Oh, I forgot I had a.
Since everything we see is an illusion.
This.
Does that mean this is a calorie-free meal?
No, no. This is not an illusion. You eat the food and it fills you up.
Oh.
Sorry.
Are there windows?
No, there are no windows.
Okay.
It's all Mac OS.
This is a Linux-based meal.
Oh.
Farazan's going to be eating some of the elk from back home.
Oh.
So the special elk that I'm sure that different animals in different regions of Greyhawk. So something he hasn't had in a while.
All right.
You mean you know what you're eating? I have no idea where these come from, but they're fantastic.
Look, they put sticks in the meat. It's
Yes.
so...
Very, very thoughtful.
So the night continues. He doesn't really say much. If you ask him something, he politely answers. But again, if you ask him about the region or anything around you, he's not till morning. Get your rest. There's your quest can continue in the morning. I just enjoy your company. Tell me about where you're from. And he's asking about who you are, where you're from. Like he gets a full lowdown, as much as you'll tell him, and he doesn't push if you don't want to. Obviously, Kelev doesn't say a word, and she doesn't eat a thing. But everybody,
Paranoia in full swing.
yeah. Keegan eats. So the night goes on, and as much as you want to tell him, you can. If you don't, and after the dinner, he walks you back to the back, and there's a harp playing, and that's where the cool jazz is coming from, and offers you dessert and after coffee. And then when the night gets late, he offers you all a room, and there's rooms all around, and you sleep if you sleep.
Can I just ask, what do I get from him perception-wise? What am I kind of getting from that, with that?
What? Give me a little bit more what you're asking.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to figure him out because obviously it's a really big show. But is he actively being showy, or does he really believe this is all happening?
He 100% believes everything he says.
Okay.
But he's also got that look of being really, really way happier than anybody should be at any given time.
Okay.
Great drug.
I love this so much.
Farazan's enjoying all the the food and stuff, but every time we kind of walk into something new, even in this room when he went to sit down, he kind of poked at the chair first, poked at the table first, he's just kind of checking everything, kind of. But by touch.
Assure you, my big jester friend, that is sturdy enough to even to hold your massive bulk.
Whoa.
He said bulk.
He kind of looks down. He's like, "I'm not bulky."
The thing is you don't get any malice at all. He doesn't feel like anything he's saying is untoward. He doesn't feel like he's insulting. He feels like he's maybe even giving you compliments So everything he says, he smiles. It's genuine. He just thoroughly enjoys every single one of you, and he seems to just love you guys to death. It's the most generous host, the most good feeling you've had in forever. It's something you feel like from Jenya maybe, or another close friend. He is just taken to you guys and is giving you whatever he can that you ask for.
Okay. And
So,
if he keeps asking, if it comes up, Farazan will start kind of relaying some of the encounters and stories that they've had too. Especially if there's free flowing, beverages.
Yes, and you are actively
social lubricant.
Yes, you are getting very lubricated if you do drink it. It is as hard as you ask for. If you ask for ale, you get ale. If you ask for, sour goat's milk, that's what you get. I mean, if you ask for PGA, that's what you get. You get whatever you ask for. And when you tell him about, fighting a vampire or a lich, you are magnificent adventurers, and best that I've known in quite some time.
And he'll flip through his what do they call it? Just his drawing pad where he's been kind of doodling all the things that
An
they've
artist
encountered.
as well. You are a warrior poet as well as a bulky jester. I love
This
it.
is the chair that tried to murder me.
Shot with the teeth.
Yeah, this is the bitey boy. This is not a sleepy boy. The biting chair.
Does I guess Taratha would be talking about the things that we've done together, but notably nothing before we met.
Okay. And he asks, he'll ask everybody, like, where did you come from before you met, or, blah, blah, blah. What happened before you met Keegan? And you're like, oh, when the story of Keegan helping with the kidnap, if you tell him that story, but Keegan does, he talks about the turning the evil man back good, the story of recompense, and he holds
Redemption.
redemption. Thank you, God. He holds the story of redemption with Keegan, once an evil, dastardly co-conspirator with the evil underlying creatures of Jadaroon, and now redeemed himself and has joined the very adventurers who saved him in the first place from this evil influence. I mean, he just goes on and on about every little thing you talk about. Everything you tell him, it takes 3 times as long because he comments on everything you say.
That's funny.
He's a king. Everyone wants his opinion, right? Right?
Right.
Yeah, right.
But it seems like he's trying to improve. Like he you say something like, "We fought a lich. You vanquished a," like he flourishes with it.
That's fine.
You struggled valiantly. So later on, as the night goes, I asked the king, your lordship, when was the last time you had visitors before us?
Tuesday.
Well, it's been quite some time now. Well, I do get an occasional visitor from time to time. Let's see, when it's been well over a week, I would say. The season has changed from warm to cold, so a month possibly, give or take.
And
Have you spoken with Celeste recently?
Celeste! Oh, what a beautiful charm of a woman. No, I haven't seen Celeste in many days. Do you know her well? You should absolutely have her come visit me once again. We spent days regaling her all of our past adventures and eating well and drinking fine wines into the night.
I'll talk to her about it. No, I
Please.
don't know her very well. Just a acquaintance, really.
Well, I would be very pleased to see her once again.
I'll pass along the message once
What-
we get out of the dank, dark, underdark.
what sort of adventures have you been on, sire?
Well, I was quite an adventurer until I took it. Couldn't do it. Sorry. Couldn't even finish that. I have never had quite the adventures that you have. I've been the royal keep of Andoria for my entire life. Does not give you much time to go out and adventure. That's why I'm so happy when people of your caliber come to visit this fine king and this great kingdom of Andoria, so that I may learn your stories and retell them sometime as my own.
So he's human, right?
Yes.
I forget what I was going to ask. Shoot.
Well, take your time. We have all night.
Yeah.
Have another drink that will tend to make your mind foggy when you don't intend for it to be.
Yeah, right. That's true. That's true. I don't remember what I was going to say.
Tis
Oh.
Oh,
I remember now.
you jest.
I apparently do that a lot. Can you tell us more about the demon queen who has been attacking you, and for how long?
She has been fighting to take over this kingdom my entire life. I am King Jared the Fourth of Vandoria, and I know that my great-great-grandfather fought her as well. I don't know about her dad, his dad, but at least my great-grandfather did. Don't know much about him. I don't think his name was Jared, because I'm the fourth. He must have been named something else. That's what I have decided.
Determined.
Very
I'm
wise.
going to
Your
write
Majesty.
that down.
Sounds good.
It is in my journal.
When was the last time you defended your kingdom?
I defend it every day.
From Cellulose? What is it?
Demon Queen Keltos? Oh,
Keltos.
no. It's been a while.
The continued existence of your kingdom is a testament to your abilities, Your Majesty.
Thank you, good sir. And he bows.
So could you just do me a small favor and could you spell Keltos?
I
Your
believe
Majesty.
she uses a foreign tongue, but I will give it to you in the common speak. Kheltos, but I wouldn't worry about writing that down.
I was close. I was only off by 2 letters.
Was it the K?
It
Or
was
the
the
T?
the H and the final E.
And the silent.
There was no E. Maybe I misspoke.
Schwa.
That's what I said. The sign. I added an E.
That's wrong. It does not have any.
Get it right.
Could I have another one of those things?
Can I buy a vowel?
We are lucky to have you here to correct us, Your Majesty.
Yes, you are, and I thank you for noticing my great eloquence.
So Khaldun is starting to nod off into a food coma.
All right. And, you know,
Khaldun flips his coaster over to the no side.
Yeah.
Oh man, I've been to one of those once. I need to go back.
You put it on my plate. I'm afraid I'm going to have to eat it.
Oh no, don't
The
don't
meat
don't.
sweats.
And you know, as you get tired, if you stand up and leave, go to bed, and bid you a fair night well, and you can rest easily, knowing that King Jared of Andoria, King Jared the Fourth of Andoria, will keep an eye on you. You are safe in his keeping.
All
And
right.
the night passes. Yes.
Yes.
Wake up the next morning. It's hard to tell what time it is, but you feel like it's fairly early because early in the morning you smell like the perfect coffee and bacon, and you hear the sizzle of sunny side up eggs and sausage and fresh bread. I mean, like all the wonderful smells of the only thing that could draw you out of bed. If you like the smell of green grass, fresh mowed or cut, like all these things hit you early in the morning and wake you up and just give you the desire to get out of bed and come downstairs. And you see the great table laid out before you again, and he's sitting at the head of it again, and he's drinking coffee. Have a seat. Have a strong breakfast before you continue your journey into the foul depths below. And he's sitting there eating eggs
Yeah,
and
the
bacon.
bacon is definitely like, yes, I'm down to the table. And I look at him and I'm like, Your Highness, you raise bacons. I have to see these animals. They taste fantastic.
I don't know what you're talking about. Enjoy the bacon, which comes from pigs, but you are
Are you sure?
very...
This is bacon.
It's enjoy that comes from pigs and something falls into the kitchen.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's the anthropomorphized pig chef suddenly going, what?
Wait. What? This is where bacon comes from.
Why was I
Lying
not
to me.
told?
Oh man.
So, and you're sitting around the table eating breakfast. I will entertain your questions now. Please, ask away.
What were the questions that we didn't get answered?
Well, we really didn't talk about the Underdark. So
I mean, you came to find out where the entrance is.
Oh,
Yeah,
right,
all
right.
that.
You didn't talk
Yeah.
about anything
Right.
the night
Yeah.
before.
Okay.
So a very, very key part of our quest is finding the hole in the ground to get down to the deep, dark dankness
Of course. Of
where
course.
the murderous fish people live.
The
Could you help us do that?
murderous fish people, you say?
Kuatoa.
Oh, Kuatoa. Yes, they are. I understand. They are murderous fish people indeed. Yes, yes. I do know where the entrance is. Where do you plan to go in the Underdark? Why do you go there?
Because that's where our hero of the story ended up getting captured, and we're going to rescue him.
I see.
In a temple of Baal Hamatun.
And he links and he starts casting a spell. And it finishes. Say that one more time.
I think it's Baal Hamatun.
Baal Hamatun. Well, even with my spell, I don't speak color. It either means lucky blackness or black fish. The temple below to Doodleploop.
That's right.
Yes, I know it well. Of course, I know it well.
How did I not remember
So-
that?
All the things within and under my kingdom.
Oh, that is a really useful skill.
Yeah.
I agree.
So, Your Highness, could you help us in our quest to find and save this young dwarf and bring him back to his dad so they can make nice?
It would be my utmost honor to assist you in your quest. What do you need?
Well, what do you think would help us get down there?
Well, I know where the entrance is.
That's
Could-
a great
That would
start.
certainly help.
That'd be helpful.
Yes.
Map?
And I pull out. Who's got the map? Do I have the map? Somebody's got the map.
Okay.
You have a map of the Underdark.
Right, but we don't know. We
Well,
can't
you also-
connect the dots.
You also have a
I
map.
think we have a map of the region, right?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Okay.
So, bring out this map. This must be an older map. It doesn't have Andoria on here anywhere. But
Let's fix
I
that
did
now.
Yeah, we can
Ah,
add it.
he
We
takes
do have a deal with the map maker to actually update some of his maps. So
Yes,
this is a
it's a-
perfect
and-
opportunity to get Ondaria out there.
An obvious oversight.
Well, I cannot tell you how thoughtful that is.
How large
ink
would you like
quill.
the castle on the map here, Your Highness?
Oh, I'm not quite a city, though. A dot, just like you would do any other town. Cauldron is a bigger dot. It's big in my kingdom, but only slightly, and we have good trade agreements. And he takes your map, and he takes a quill, and he literally just outlines the valley, and he puts a dot in the middle of it, and he scribbles Andoria very, very awfully, like hardly legible handwriting. Oh, and he takes it, and northeast of Andoria, he draws a little square and it fills it in, like terribly, like outside the line and everything. That is how you get to the Underdark, the evil depths below, to the Kuatoan temple of Baal Hamatun, or Blackfish. Was that
This-
all?
Yeah, this is fantastic.
That's awesome.
When was the last time
Other-
you visited the temple of Bahamatun?
Oh, like I said, I am no adventurer. I am no hero such as yourself, my large, gesterous, heavy friend. I wouldn't imagine to try to take on the things that you would call a normal day. I just have the heavy crown of maintaining a kingdom. That's all. Just my subjects, keeping them alive from the evil Demon Queen Keltos. But that's all.
Could you describe Keltos to us?
No,
Maybe-
no.
That I could draw maybe
It haunt your nightmares should I describe her, her true identity. But just accept the fact that she is a hideous beast from the bowels of the abyss.
I get the feeling this is one of those, you're not high enough level to take this quest yet.
Well, I don't know how high level you are, but the quest you're on is the quest you've taken, so I'm not sure what that means, truly.
There's
One
says-
quest at a time, Faizan.
That was deep.
Sorry.
Yes, I'm high enough level to defeat at least a pound of bacon.
And this is quite literally one of the few places where you could say, bring me all the bacon you have, and it will never end. The food is nonstop. If your plate empties in, it doesn't just like, the plates don't just float in arbitrarily. You have to ask for them and whatnot. But like, if you're hungry and you're still eating, he will snap his fingers and another plate will come from the cutlery or the kitchen, from the kitchen, until you're full.
Well, Your Lordship, you've made it so that we can actually continue on our quest. Is there anything we can do for you?
You can regale me of the story of the saved dwarven son and tell me, does he truly make amends with his father? I would like to know that there was a happy ending to the story. And should you have further quests and defeat other evil beings in the future, please come and tell me, regale me of your stories whenever you can. And send back Celeste. She's pretty hot.
I'll tell her about the bacon. I mean, who could resist the bacon?
I know I can't. Orders another plate.
Tarathiel kind of blushes and drinks coffee. Hide his face. We will, of course, sing the praises of Andoria and speak of your hospitality with all that we come across.
Absolutely.
I appreciate that. And the appreciation
And,
it's not to be taken lightly.
I like to imagine that Tarathiel kind of gently admonished Kelev overnight about not engaging in at least eating something, for the sake of politeness. So he's just going to give her a stare.
Do you think, well, the night before you talked to her, do you think it's safe? This guy is obviously nutty. He's a loon.
Well,
do
but
you feel all
Celeste
right?
said he was okay.
Who's Celeste?
She's our friend.
All right.
I think she's okay.
Yeah, we hope. We
I don't
really
know, actually.
hope
I'm not
she's
really
okay.
sure why I
Yeah.
trust
Yeah,
Celeste.
if she's not okay, we're in trouble.
Well, you don't seem to
But
be sick
she's-
this morning, so I guess I'll eat something. I'm kind of hungry. I'm sick of road
She's the-
rations.
You should try
Right.
this circular thing with the white frosting on top. I think he said it was a Cinnabon roll.
Cinnamon? Oh, yes.
Hell yeah.
You must be careful. One of those is a daily caloric intake of a large man.
Well,
You've
thankfully
got
I am a large man.
You are a large, bulky, gesterous man.
He says, that's right. And he takes another bite of it.
Would you like extra creamy icing on top?
Yeah, he hands you a little bucket. Here's the extra icing.
Double the calories.
Bucket of frosting.
Yeah. Oh, I definitely miss Cinnabon. Or we're not Cinnabon.
Oh, Matt. Oh, wait. Never mind. I was going to say there's a place down here near us that makes a wonderful roll type thing, but it's not keto, but it's like gluten-free and all the other wonderful things that it could be. That's almost healthy, but it's still a cinnamon roll with lots of sugar,
Right.
lots of other stuff in it. So,
Loaded with sugar.
yeah.
Excellent.
I made the
Well-
mistake of actually looking up the calorie numbers, and I felt ill.
No, you can't do that.
No.
Shouldn't have done that.
No. That's bad advice to yourself.
Yeah. I was actually surprised at how good the ingredients were. It's gluten free and dairy free and all this other stuff free, but yeah, it's still a cinnamon roll with lots of sugar.
Still diabetes.
Not flavor free.
It is definitely flavorful. I was so surprised that it was that good for you, quote unquote. That I was like, man, I'll have another. I did.
It's doable.
I did not.
I think good for you is an amazing marketing tool.
Yeah,
They're
I
selling
mean,
donuts and saying it's good for you.
yeah. I mean, this is definitely not good for you, but you know.
Okay. Yeah. I have gluten-free potatoes. Should you add that? I don't know how that works. They just magically suck the gluten out of the potato.
Nope. Good. I like the real thing.
Is there anything else I can do for you before you set out
Do
to
you
continue?
do you have a doggy bag?
I don't have any dogs in Andoria. It's a story I don't like to talk about.
Or bacons, apparently.
It was my great-grandfather. He banished them from the valley, never to be have a dog again. I don't know what happened. I've heard rumor. It was something to do with cats. I hate cats. They're not very nice animals. They're actually considered an animal that's taking over the good lands of Andoria. They're a species that moves in and destroys everything around them, including hope. But I digress. What else can I do for you?
Oh my god.
That took a turn.
King Jared, surely you could pardon the dogs and they could return to the valley and chase off the cats.
You are king, after all.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
This is true. This is true.
To the
By
dogs of
rote,
Andoria.
like Jared the Fourth of Andoria, now ban cats.
Wait, no, that's not what we meant.
Have dogs again.
Yeah. Yay!
Suggestion, my friends.
And that
Okay, but I
that
need the money.
magnificent spell you used earlier, dog park. Definitely a dog park.
Oh yeah.
That is a truly magnificent idea. I will have to talk to my construction crew and see
Chief
if
architect.
architect.
He walks into the room, walks back
Kidding.
out, he's changed his shirt. I'm the chief architect.
He's got a pencil behind his ear.
Yeah, he just pulled his shirt off.
Yeah.
Says architect. I wear many shirts in this game.
Oh man.
King Jared, we have heard rumors of a terrible dragon to the north of your kingdom, and as we are headed northwards, have you any news of this terrible threat?
Certainly. He flies around here daily. I spoke with him yesterday. He keeps asking me questions about things I hate to admit, do not know about my kingdom.
The
What?
dragon does?
Like
Yes. He is looking for another dragon. Yesterday it looked as though he was in a fight with another dragon, I suppose. He said it was.
There are two of them now.
One is red, one is black. He is looking for the black dragon.
Hookface is looking for a black dragon.
Oh no, this isn't Hookface. This is Gottrod, Hookface's sire.
Oh, good. An even older one.
Child. Sorry.
Yeah, other way around.
Okay.
Take that, flip it, back it around. Go ahead. It's been many days. It's been quite some time since I've spoken aloud to anyone but myself. I am a great conversationalist, as you have. But I'm too tired of my own things, which is why I'm so happy that you're here. But beware.
So
He is
there
looking for
are
the
3
black-
dragons.
at least, sure. The dragon he looks for is named Durlot. I have never seen him.
And what was Hookface's child's name?
Gottrod.
Are their names spelled backwards?
No, I don't believe so. Durlot, as far as I know, in the common tongue, I could actually give it to you in Quitoan if that would be helpful.
Yes.
Very helpful.
He can't comprehend languages anymore. Flip.
Yeah, it's like, just do this.
Dorlot.
It's like,
Horlot. That is the black dragon. Apparently has infringed on his kingdom. We have discussions quite a bit about that. He laughs. I don't know why. But Gutrod is the red one. Gotrrrod.
ooh, 2 R's. That's
Two
fierce.
R's. I don't know if dragons use letters like we do naming. It could be Gotrrod the Fourth, or I guess that would be Gutrrrod. I've thought much about the namings of dragons. I always thought the names would be longer, but I digress.
Maybe they shorten them so that we can pronounce them.
It's like a helpful thing.
I don't know that many dragons try to be helpful with anyone. He should be here soon.
Look at
Oh,
look
we
at
should
look at the
move.
time.
Yeah.
I think I left the kettle on outside.
And that's when Keegan's like, "What?"
What?
Yeah,
I
but
like this magnificent mansion we're in.
Yeah, I'm going to stay in here.
but this is where the dragon is coming, buddy.
Inside? Oh, okay. I'll go with you.
We thank you for your hospitality, Your Highness, but we must go.
I understand.
Quest on.
May you find your dwarven champion alive and well. May you find your way back out of the evil Underdark unharmed. And may you come back and tell me how it went.
We will definitely do so.
And we
Don't
do,
forget-
and we've got the markings on the map to find the hole in the ground.
Yes.
Okay, and all we need is that because then we've got the map for the Underdark, right?
Correct.
Great.
And it's kind of a sketchy, like almost stick figure kind of map, but it basically will keep you from going down the wrong tunnel. It'll get you straight to Bal Hamaton.
Okay,
Instead
excellent.
of like taking
Cool.
the wrong second left or whatever, because it's kind of a maze down there.
Mm-hmm. Just all right. We thank you.
Thanks.
My pleasure. Come again. And he stands up and he escorts you, or walks with you. It doesn't really escort you. He walks with you as you leave the mansion, and you step out into the great castle and the walls and
Unicorns and rainbows.
unicorns and rainbows, and there's a dog
Wow.
The dog park.
That guy is quick.
of the inside of the castle. In the courtyard, there's a small dog park. There are no dogs, but there is a dog park now.
It's just
They
like
will come.
it's just like a miniature version of the castle as a dog park.
As you step out and out of the gates and into the valley again, you see a shadow flying across the valley. Ah,
Book it.
he's back.
Oh,
Oh no.
I think it's time for lunch.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think I left my staff inside.
Nonsense.
My
And he
my favorite
waves.
axe. I just left it in the room.
He waves at the dragon.
Yeah, he kind of beckons. He's walking out of basically walking out into the valley, like away from the castle where this thing could land. I think it could probably land within the castle walls in the castle, but tightly.
So it's
Yeah, you-
big.
It's fairly large, yeah.
Okay, that's good.
He said it's time for lunch, but we might be lunch if we hang out here.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, if the dragon's going to visit, I think I'd like to have
Mhm.
good keen
I'm sorry. I just saw
Jared here.
what Coward said. to say goodbye, he slapped us both in the face twice. Or all in the face twice. Jeremy, slap slap! May you have a safe and bountiful flap flap! Feast at your journeys, flap flap! That's great. Can't get inspiration.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah. So what? We stay here and let the king go out to meet the dragon.
Well, he doesn't. He stops. Like he goes outside the castle walls. And you think back to the size of the rickety fence he had around his little hut, and he's standing outside of that area.
Okay.
And he's just, he's waving as though it's like a beautiful butterfly coming to talk to him.
Farazan leans down to Khaldun and Tarathiel and Alma and says, "So, is that one real?"
I don't know. That's a really good question.
That's a good question.
Let's find out.
And so the shadow and you see it. It is a pretty large red dragon. Flies
So,
down.
I just want to interject for a second.
Go ahead.
Khaldun likes red dragons.
Yep.
He's got along with them his entire life, and he speaks red dragon quite fluently.
Okay.
That's funny. That's funny.
Tarathiel activates all stealth options, which will probably turn out to be insufficient.
It's just
The puff of smoke and he's gone.
a puff of like dice and pluses. You just plus 13 where there used to be a Tarathia.
Just leaves behind a wooden dummy wearing Tarathiel's clothes.
It's a cardboard cutout. That's one of those little floppy air tube guys. That's what it is.
Yep.
Farazan pulls out a Polaroid camera.
So it's flying down the mountain
this.
out in the valley, and it levels off when it gets to the valley, and it circles around the castle for minutes. Like, it's not coming straight at you, but it's obvious. Like, you see it sees you, and it's just slowly tightening its spiral. You have time to do anything you like during this time.
Can we go to the Underdark?
So,
Good call.
good King Jared, do you think he's going to land and speak to us?
He will certainly speak to me. We speak on a regular basis. I give him answers. He sets things on fire. I don't understand.
Right.
Oh,
Maybe we should observe the conversation from over there.
I mean, Khaldun likes setting things on fire as well.
Heroes.
I do. Maybe we should wait inside the magnificent castle until you finish your conversation.
Suit yourself. I must cast it again once we've all left. It goes away.
Oh, crap.
Please do.
It's casted. And as he's casting, you notice that the dragon hears the casting
Yeah, crap.
and immediately flies down and lands right next to Jared. Hold on. Stand by.
Oh, no.
Why is this being absolutely nonsensical? Okay.
Remember, if Gelv makes it out of here, it's not a TPK.
Right.
Well, I don't think I have enough ability to zoom out far enough for a dragon.
I don't worry about that.
That's,
Let's see. Hang on. Gotta. It's been a while since I've done Roll20. So he is actually standing out here. Oh, that's Keegan. I don't even have a thing up for Jared.
The wizard,
I
that's
thought
the
the
red guy
red.
with the
I
stick,
thought the
right?
red. Yeah.
Oh, there he is. Thank you. Oh, here I am.
I lost
I
myself.
seem
for a
to have
second.
lost myself. Yeah.
Yes.
quick,
don't
someone
have-
fetch the king.
I think we're missing an icon for
Kelev.
shoot, what's her name? Kelev.
Kelly. Let's
Oh,
see.
Lord.
Let me find one real quick.
I just wanted to say, I just realized that I'd been muted, and whenever you were saying that he was flying in the air, I really did say, like, I want to hide, but I didn't realize that I was on mute. I'm really not trying to go back.
That's okay.
Nope.
That's all right. So you can hide within the castle. It's not that extra dimensional space you were, but there is a castle. But when you run into where the castle should be, you quickly hit an opposite wall. You hit the other wall, the other side of the wall of the hut.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So the hut and the rickety fence, that's real. The illusion of the castle, illusion of the walls, all these things are very, very, very convincing. But now that you've actually interacted with it, you see the hut as it is with the outlying of the castle above it, or castle on top of it, like a layer on top of it. So
Okay.
obviously the castle, the walls, the rainbows and dog parks are all an
Yeah.
illusion. But the fence and the hut are not. And you
I can still kind
automatically,
of duck behind him, like,
yeah, you're in
Okay.
the hut. And
yeah, I'm hiding.
you personally have no problem, just your perception, you pick up on that, like, as soon as you walk into the hut. Maybe even see Tarathiel, but I doubt it.
Get me out of here, Elmer. I'll give you my rare record collection.
How did you know I'm a collector?
And a big closet of dolls.
Wow. Okay.
You've got style and taste.
A little too small. He doesn't land right next to him. He lands about 20 feet away from Jared, and it's off the map. But it's actually to the east, so he's about 20 feet like this, further over this direction. Does that make sense? I just ran out of map.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very,
Yeah.
very, very
Sure.
small map.
Uh-huh.
So he lands, and Alma and Tarathiel bug out. Keegan bugs out. He's in there too, and he's like trying to run down a hallway, and he runs into the inside wall of the hut. And Gottrod lands. It stands back on its back haunches and rears up its claws, and it flaps its wings, and it breathes fire all through the sky. And back on its four legs, and looks straight at Jared. Have you seen him? Dorlot. What? Of course not. I told you he doesn't come here. And as Jared is speaking, he notices, looks like Khaldun and Farazan are walking out there.
Yes.
Okay. So it was looking at Jared, and then it just like snaps its head and looks straight at Khaldun. Then back over to Jared. You have guests. You have a Githyanki. Do not think for one moment you're not in danger. And he stares at Khaldun again.
That's a fantastic dragon voice.
Thank you.
It really is. I was just thinking that.
And he's
Do
waiting.
you have inspiration?
I have lots. I feel inspired.
I look at him and I bow very deeply. And I look right him in the eyes and I bow very deeply and I say, in Draconic, I understand. And I walk away.
And he snorts a puff of smoke out his nose. And he looks over at Farazan and just stares.
Has Farazan had enough time to enact his know your enemy ability with him flying around?
Talk to me about that.
If you spend at least 1 minute observing or interacting with another creature outside combat, you can learn certain information about their capabilities.
Absolutely.
Strength,
What-
Dex, Con, AC, hit points.
All the above?
Each one per minute.
Okay. So, like I said, it spiraled. It spent quite a bit of time up there checking you guys out.
Hmm.
Tell me, go down your list again, or tell me what you want first, and whatever
probably,
it says on that list, you can have all of it, because it was a good 5, 6, 7 minutes. It was just spiraling,
okay.
and it wasn't until Jared started casting that it like landed.
Okay. So each minute he can learn up to 2 of those things. So we'll start with AC and crit hit points.
Armor class is 18.
Okay.
Hit points 228.
Holy crap. Okay. Total class levels and fighter class levels, if any, on both of those.
Nah, no levels.
Okay. And
It's a
then
dragon.
strength, dex, and con.
Strength 23.
Okay.
Dex 10.
Okay.
Con 21.
It's a lot.
It's a good dragon.
It's a dragon.
It's a dragon.
Mhm.
I love that ability.
That's cool.
Mhm.
It's rare that you get a chance to do that much information, but when a red dragon tries to come and be intimidating, that's what it gets.
Mm-hmm. So Farazan's not going to back down, but he's just going to stand and watch. He's never seen a dragon before, and definitely not one, up this close. Did he say to Khaldun? He was speaking in Draconic, wasn't he?
Correct.
Okay.
You're not sure what he's. Well, Khaldun was speaking in Draconic. Garlat has been. Gottrod's been speaking in Common.
And what did he say again to Khaldun?
Don't think for a moment you're not in danger.
So Farazan's just standing there, and as long as the dragon, whose name is Gottrod, is it attacking, I guess it probably doesn't even matter. He would whirl the staff and kind of tuck it down into that efficient quiver and start sketching.
So you're drawing.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So you set your staff, you whirl your staff, and it, rears back its head, and you sheath it,
Mm-hmm.
and it puts its hand back down, and it's snaking its head back and forth. Just keeping an eye, like its eye is always on you, but it's getting an idea of what you're doing. And he every once in a while looks over at Jared, and he sees you pull out this paper and parchment, and start drawing, and it just starts laughing. And it gets back on its hind legs again and opens its wings as wide as it can. Brings its hands out wide.
Uh-oh.
Continue your art.
Ooh. He flips to a new page.
Oh my god.
And is looking at, as you're drawing, he looks over at Jared.
I know you know where I can find this dragon.
I swear, good beast, fiery behemoth of death and destruction, I do not know where this Durlot keeps its lair. But these fine adventurers who I've just met last night, I know they would have to have information that I don't. As you know, I spend my time keeping a kingdom which consumes. And he starts growling and like fire coming out.
Enough with your kingdom of Andoria. This is our region. This is not your kingdom.
And he takes a deep breath and he just unleashes like fire all through the. Not at you guys. Like it looks like he's obviously trying to avoid Farazan, who's drawing him, and he shoots the flame at the walls, and the wall, the fire goes through the stone, but it shimmers and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even see your own illusion. Fool.
And he looks back over at Farazan.
Tell me of Durlot.
We are new to this area. We have not encountered the dragon that you seek.
Then you only have one use. Food.
He holds out the
And-
doggy bag.
It's got bacon.
Leftovers?
Yes.
Have some bacon. Have some. And we will pick up here next week because we're not rolling initiative this late in the night. What time is it? Yeah, 20 minutes still. No, we're gonna cut it short a little bit, and we will pick up rolling initiative with Gottrod, the Red Dragon.
I have made a mistake.
Mm. Is there a back door to the hut?
There is now.
There's
There
about
will
to
be.
be.
Acme back
can make
door.
one.
You can make
It'll
a
be
back
almost
door.
shaped.
The shape of there's Tarathiel maybe. Man, they are like I don't know if they're just throwing around boxes upstairs. Going crazy. Thanks for joining us. We are going to cut short a little bit because I don't want to get into this. Oh, it's almost 10 minutes still. Yeah. Dragon fight. Yeah, we'll start next week with the dragon fight. That sounds like a good place to start.
I was kidding about fighting something that could get us a level.
I mean, don't give me ideas.
Hey, it has low dexterity. It's weak to fireballs.
It's big to
Yes.
fireballs.
It's fireballs all day long.
Well, you know it's less than hit points.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
You would think he's coming here to get diamonds, but he's really just looking for information. He went to Jerry. All right. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Have
Thank
fun.
you.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.